everyone, I hope that you're having a great day. I feel like I'm kind of channeling Wednesday Addams today and I really like it. Today's video is going to be some DIY projects that aren't instantly gratified. A lot of these take place over a longer period of time than most DIYs. As much as I enjoy instant gratification, I always think it's good to do DIYs that take a little bit longer to complete. This really helps you to exercise patience, and it also takes away a lot of the stress that comes with feeling like you need to complete a DIY in a short period of time. The first DIY that I'm going to suggest is pressing flowers. You can either buy a flower press or you can make your own with some materials from the hardware store. My personal favorite way to press flowers is in between the pages of a heavy book. To do this, just take a heavy book, line the pages with newspaper, find some flowers from outside, or maybe you got some from the farmer's market or something. Lay them out the way that you want them to be in between the book page, and then close the book. In a few weeks, you can open up the book and check to see if it's dry. Here's a fun little story. I actually used to love pressing flowers all the time when I was little, and now when I go through a lot of my childhood books, or even like some of my heavier art books, I'll open it up and I'll find dried flowers between the pages. It's always really cute. You can check back on these in a few weeks, or you might find them years later, but either way it's really nice when you find them again. The next DIY that I suggest is gardening. I live in Southern California, and in this climate I can really garden anytime that I want. However, I know for a lot of the world you have to wait for certain times of the year to come to plant certain things, and that's also true in California. If it's winter and you can't plant anything, you can always plant out your garden, and then you can plant your garden, and then you obviously have to take care of it and watch it grow. And then it's really rewarding when your garden grows. It's always really fun to grow your own fruits and vegetables, because then you can like eat stuff from your garden and it's even more rewarding. The next DIY that I suggest is making perfume oil. I found a tutorial for this on rookiemag a few years ago, and I decided to try it, and the result was amazing. I'm gonna link the tutorial in the description. I made perfume oil from jojoba oil and vanilla beans. I use this in a lot of the bath products that I make, so like I use it in a lot of lotion bars, chapstick, bath bombs, etc. The perfume oil takes a few weeks to make, and it's worth every second. A cool thing about it too is it's a lot less expensive than purchasing essential oils. In terms of food, a lot of recipes require that you chill dough overnight or you let things rise. Usually this doesn't take more than a few hours or overnight, but it's a nice small way to practice patience. And plus you get something cool to eat when it's all ready, so that's really cool. The last suggestion that I have for DIYs that are really distressing and take place over a long period of time is to make something out of air dry clay. Clay is something that's very kinesthetic. You're using your hands to sculpt, and with air dried clay you have to wait for it to dry. My favorite air dry clay is this kind. It's Creative Paper Clay. What a creative name for a paper clay brand. Okay, that was horrible. I'm not gonna say that ever again. Basically, this clay is a lot less dense than your traditional pottery clay. It's very, very soft, which for me personally makes it a little bit more difficult to work with. However, when it dries, it's extremely lightweight and extremely strong. So for me personally, it's worth having to put up with the softness of the clay. I love to make little decorations and trinkets with this clay. A few years ago, I made all these like kind of creepy, weird art dolls. I'll try to post a picture in here somewhere if I can find one. They were just kind of like creepy dolls that were jointed, and they'd have like one tooth, and they were a little bit weird, but I had so much fun making them. I sculpted little snails with this, just tiny little decorations that don't take too long. Depending on what you're making and the humidity of the climate that you're in at the moment, it usually takes a few days for the clay to dry, and then once it's dry you can paint it or do whatever. So those are it for all of my DIY suggestions today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. If you want to, you can subscribe. I generally post every Wednesday. Before I go, I wanted to thank you guys so much for all the support that I got on my last video. It was extremely difficult to post, and I'm constantly in a state of wanting to delete it, but the support that I've gotten on it has been so overwhelming, so I wanted to thank you all so much for that. Leave me a comment telling me what your favorite DIY that you've ever done has been, or a DIY that you hope to do soon, or that you really want to try. Love you all and thank you so much. Please remember how beautiful you are. Remember that it gets better. Stay hopeful and stay positive. I love you.